Hi, I'm Brenna Hatter.
And I'm Jalinda Smith.
And we just went to see Bengal tiger at the Baghdad Zoo! Yeah.
Yes.
See? Pam. Ah. Okay. So our first question about this whole thing is
why is there
a zoo
in
Baghdad in the middle of war?
In the desert.
In the desert with only one animal. Well, I mean, they addressed the fact that there was an ostrich.
And like the lions were there, but I think they died.
I don't know how they died.
And then they were ghosts.
Yeah, I think so. Well, no, that's only the tiger. I think the tiger was the only.
Oh right, because he was like, "Where's are the Leos?" Mm-hmm. Because yeah. Okay, just kidding.
Okay, so why is there a zoo in the middle of the war? Maybe it's because the children get sad, and then they need to go to a zoo to make up for all the shooting and violence. Maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think like that's what the garden was for, because like he brought like the sad half-head girl to it, and
but
like
that's when
happy.
they were ghosts. Like this is the beginning of the.
And then like when Habib Mansour, his real name, Mansour, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Like he brought his sister there when she was still alive, and she was like really excited about it, and that was like.
That was really impressive.
I think that's like supposed to be like their hope thing, like something.
The symbol of hope.
Oh, that something like so beautiful is like surrounded by like war and desert and something so terrible.
But what does that have to do with the zoo? But that's a good point. But what does it have to do with the zoo?
I don't know.
We'll figure out the zoo thing later.
Is the zoo thing important?
Maybe it's kind of in the title.
True.
But then again,
today he was
George said
the title
doesn't matter. Yeah. I mean, it matters, but it doesn't have to make up. Okay.
It's not like never mind. I'm gonna leave that out.
Okay, so our next question is, where did this play leave us, and why do we contemplate? Like, what did we take away from this play? What did you take away from?
I guess I take away. I guess God is just like a big part about in this place, so I guess like everyone was like trying to figure out like where was he, like what's the purpose behind this, like, and like all the ghosts that were like stuck in the in-between. That's what I call it because of this movie, but that's a different story. But I don't know. And then just like how like the tiger, when he was like, they were haunting Tommy, and they were talking about, he was just like, why?
Dear Tommy!
He's like, why would he create, like, me to kill people and eat me, and then I'm being punished for my sins of eating people, which made me to eat people, so I guess it's just like, I don't know, like, purpose? I guess? I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on there. It was deep. That's all I got.
Alright, well, what I took away from this play... Well, I took away, obviously, what you took away, too. But I also took away the fact that in the middle of, like, God creates these people to do these specific things. And, like, even though we do them, we're still controlled by, like, fighting. So why do we always fight? Like, what's the point of that when we're supposed to be peaceful? So I took away that, like, they had this gun in the play. Like, it was the gold-plated gun. And they kept using it. That was the one thing that killed people. So I feel like they had this, like, the gun was controlling the person. Like, they didn't want to shoot them, I guess. That's what they kept saying. It's like, I didn't mean to. I didn't want to shoot you. I just shot you because
That was genius.
felt like... I felt like I had to because I had this powerful weapon and I felt powerful with it. And so, like, the gun just controls the person, like... That's what I took away from it, so. Yeah. You can't really see my body, I guess. I'm a cloud.
There's just like a stripe where...
Okay, so hour. My lips keep disappearing. It's like... Okay, so what was my favorite scene in this entire play?
That's the question, you think?
No.
Oh, you made that one up.
Oh,
sorry. Just
what we're supposed to talk about. So it's gonna be awesome. Okay, so I have two favorite scenes, and you're gonna hear about one of them later. But one of my favorite scenes was after what's his name? Not Johnny.
Tommy.
Or Tommy. It wasn't Tommy who died.
Kev.
So after Kev died of insanity, I really liked when he jumped in and was like, "Dear Tommy!" and was really loud and really accentuated it because Tommy just got a hand job. And so he was just like, "Yeah, you go," and like basically saying all that. And then he was just describing how the middle life, I guess, as she called it, how he was learning all this stuff, and I thought that was really cool, and how he was like, "And I know algebra," and I was like, well, I wish I could know algebra or something, because I'm really tragically terrible. So I was just like, oh, that's cool. That was one of my favorite scenes. So it was one of yours.
I guess my favorite scenes were pretty much like anytime the tiger would talk, because he would like say things that just like really made me think, and I was just be like, whoa. And then I don't know, like it was, I don't, because like anytime like he would talk, like after he died, I had to like concede to like that he's a ghost, and like that's what happens after you die, I guess, to some people. And I guess I really liked at the end when he was like decided, well, I liked it first when he was like, I'm gonna just be something else, I'm gonna be a plant because being a tiger sucks. And then at the end when I think he embraces his tigerhood and his nature, I guess, like what he's supposed to do and supposed to eat. Like he tried to eat vegetables and he tried to do the right thing, but I guess it's different for tigers, and he's trying to figure out what's good for me is different. Like who decides what's right and wrong? Because I was made to eat things and people, so that must be right, but then they treat him like it's wrong. So I don't know, anytime he talked, I was just like mind blown. Okay, so it's time to be girls for a second. Let's just tone it down and remember that we're girls. So, my second favorite part, the best part to me and her in this play was Kev.
He came out without clothes on, but he had a real tight like spandex on, and I don't know why. I don't know why he did that, but it was really.
He needed to like get dressed by himself because he like needed to
focus on how to get dressed.
And I really wanted to figure out why everybody thought he was like retarded, and everyone like insulted him and called him stupid. And so like he was like, I need to get dressed like alone so I can figure out how to put him on. And it was like he had like this tough guy persona, but like
he was like, "Ugh!"
But like deep down, he just wanted to like prove to people that he was smart, I think, or maybe to himself.
I think it was to everybody and mostly to himself. So he kept doing it.
Yeah, and I just want to know why they were so mean to him. And then the fact that Tommy just like turned his back on him and like was a total jerk and was like, "Give me back my gun. I just want my gun. You know, you're effing crazy. F word."
Be like,
and
bombs everywhere.
I don't know. It was, and like he said, like I didn't know you were gonna commit suicide, but he was on suicide watch. So
Kinda.
Why? If I was there,
I'd have been like, oh, it's
I would have
okay.
been there for Kev.
I am there for you, Kev. I am there for you. I will always be there for you. As long as you don't have a shirt on. Yes!
He has clothes on, and no, can't help you, sorry.
You have clothes on, sorry.
Just kidding.
But I am there for you. Because I feel like everybody can relate to Kev because I just feel like he's relatable.
Yeah.
Like, he's one of those characters that you feel pity for, but it's also really funny. And you want to be, like, you sympathize with this character because you see some of yourself in that character, because you feel for him, because at least at one point in time or another or sometime, you felt like him. Like, you felt pushed down, and you felt, like, disrespected and not cared about, and you felt like you were stupid and something along those lines. I know that everybody's felt that way, so he's really relatable, and that's also what I like about the character, not just that he's, like, really nice to look at.
And then you find the one friend. You're my Tommy. Before he turned all
Wait,
mean.
I'm not mean.
Before he turned mean. Like,
Oh, well, he was always
no,
mean.
He was kind of mean.
I'm not your Tommy! And then...
Yeah. I was going to talk about Tommy, but he
there's
can't
his
have
hearts.
over
We do
my
not
head.
love Tommy!
No,
Tommy's
can't talk
mean.
about him right now. I felt bad for the leper.
I did too, but
She was nice.
she was nice. This is how we feel about Tommy.
This is how he makes me feel. He was a jerk face.
He was a butt face. Like, really big. Like, all he cared about was the stupid gold gun and the gold toilet
Yeah.
seat.
And it was like he had them, but he never, like, cashed them in for money, so I don't really know what he was gonna do.
Like, I kind of felt bad for him when his arm got bitten off, but then...
But I was like, you put your hand in the cage and was shoving a Slim Jim in its mouth. Like, what did you think the tiger was gonna do to you?
Just be like, it's okay, I'm not gonna eat your face off.
Even though you won't feed me? Like,
Are you
what,
kidding?
What was that? He pretty much, everything that happened to him, he pretty much had it coming.
He asked for it.
And then, like, you can't, like, a dude that has a gun that you want with bullets in it, and then, like, take him to the middle of nowhere for something else that you, like, stole from the dude that you killed that he was friends with. That's a whole different topic.
I don't get that either.
Yeah, that's not for this.
Like, I feel like if he wasn't a jerk face, he wouldn't have died by himself with the leper. Like,
yeah.
with somebody who didn't understand. Like,
I'll let you finish.
if you weren't such a butt face McSpazatron, like, and you didn't have anger issues, and you just learned to calm down a little bit, you wouldn't have pushed this nice man over the edge and shoot you. Like, I don't understand his logic of lying to someone and taking them out into the desert where you're by yourself and you're secluded and nobody knows, and then yelling at that person.
And, like, right before he got shot, he was, like, charging at Habib.
Yeah, I was like, way to be.
Like,
way to be.
Like, don't come at him. He's pointing a gun at you.
Like, you need
That's not
dodge and weave.
That situation.
Dodge and weave. You
thought
can't catch me.
It was really sweet that, like, Kev still, like, held Tommy's hand when he was dying, even though Tommy
he was a jerk.
was nowhere for him when he was down.
Yeah.
I guess, I don't know.
And then notice that he never came back as a ghost.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
He didn't get stuck in the in-between. He
probably went to hell. It's where the jerks go. So all y'all jerks out there better straighten up! Because you're going to get this face and this face if you don't.
And then your shoulders will be as big as mine.
And your shoulders will be giant. But I never thought, now I think about it. And now I'm just like, what?
Wait, what do you think about?
Why he didn't be a ghost.
Oh, yeah.
Because he had ample opportunity to come in. Ample.
I guess they were like, the play's over now. We don't got time for him.
I ain't got time for you, you jerk face.
I got time for that.
I didn't snap. So that's how we feel about Tommy.
He sucks.
sucks major. Aren't we cute like chipmunks? We're just... Okay, so now we're going to talk about Habib and Saddam Hussein's son.
Yeah.
I don't know his name. I know his name because they said it like multiple times, but I was just like, I can't pronounce that.
Understand. I know his last name is Hussein. Oh my gosh, I'm dead.
Musa, maybe? Maybe it was Musa? I don't know.
Oh, maybe that's Habib's real name.
Yeah, that was Habib.
But I thought it was We'll go with Musa.
Uday. It was Uday Hussein.
Uday Hussein.
Yeah. Okay. So,
I was really trying to figure out their relationship because, like, the first time Habib saw the gold gun, he, like, tripped out. Now it's
he was tripping.
You
he
need
was
to
like,
take that from me. Like, I thought he was going to shoot somebody with it.
Well, he did.
Like, in
eventually.
that moment. Yeah.
But let's pretend that, what should be the gun? My phone. No, because on my hairbrush. She was just like... like, and then, like, writhing on the floor, and I was like,
yeah,
you need to take that away from him.
He was like, you killed him! But
it's like,
it didn't seem like they were friends.
No, not really. And then the second time, like, I don't, like, not that he saw the gun, but when he saw Uday Hussein or whatever, he was, like, talking about his sister in the garden, and, I can't look at my face.
I know, so I looked at you.
And then, like, it gives you this impression that, that the Hussein son, raped his sister.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Like, I thought that for the longest time, and then I thought that's why he was so mad. Which,
yeah.
I mean, I would be mad, too.
Yeah.
If I was in his place. But that's not what happened. Like, and then it goes on to talk about how, like, Uday Hussein, like, was, like, basically a serial killer. Like, he tortured people.
Yeah.
And, like, to bring in the women and then have sex with the women while the men want. I don't know. I was messed up. I was like, oh, you are such a messed up, tortured soul.
Wait, I thought the Marines came in and raped his wife.
No. He was talking about that's what he did.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was confusing.
I know, that was confusing. I was like, stop talking so fast. Stop spitting everywhere. But I guess that's what you do when you get really excited about, I don't know. And so, like, and then you realize that, no, he didn't only just rape his sister. He raped and cut up his sister with, Habib's cutting shears. Like, for the cutting plants. And then I was like, oh my goodness.
Who does that?
Who does that? I was really angry for Habib. Like, I was like, well then, now I understand your anger toward this man, because I would be angry.
Was Habib the only person that could see him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wanted to make sure.
Yeah. Because he was never in any other scenes with any of the other ghosts.
That's weird. I just felt really bad for Habib because everybody was just so mean to him, and then, like, he was saying, like, no matter what he does, he's on the wrong side. And so, like, before, you know, when he was, like, on Uday Hussein's side.
Uday.
Like, he was on his side. It was supporting him. It was just, like, I don't know. And then then he was, like, a tyrant and stuff. But then it was, like, the Marines came in and, like, kind of did the same thing. Like, it doesn't seem like we're any better than what he was doing. Like, and then, like, took all his gold things and are just, like, making, like, idolizing them, kind of. Like, it was so important to them. Like, oh, it's made out of gold. And they killed him. And I don't know. It just... It's like, you can't justify just, like, coming in and killing someone. Like, yeah, he's killing people, but you guys coming in and killing him.
But isn't there such thing as putting somebody on trial for international crimes? That's what they should have done.
Like, handcuff him or something?
Maybe?
Like, yeah, I don't really know there. But and then when Habib like went and like tried to help the Marines and was like, I'm just gonna be a translator, and he was saying like I don't work for them, and he was talking to Uda Hussein. Uday. Why can't I remember that? And as I saying, oh yeah, he was talking to him, and he was just like, I don't work for them, and I think it was because, in a way, he was like trying to help his people. I think because he was just like when he was with Kev, he was like, no, calm down, there's nothing in the box, calm down, it's okay, and like I don't know, I think he was just trying to help people, like just help everybody and be a gardener, be able to support himself in, you know, Baghdad, which we came and jacked up, even though it was apparently already jacked up. We didn't fix it in any way, shape, or form.
I feel like, in a way, like how the tiger puts it, that Habib is a creator and is metaphorically God in that position. Like, even though he's not, like, actually, like, God. Like, you know, God might have been acting through him. But, like, the tiger puts it like, you're the creator. You created this garden, which we will talk about later. So stick around for that. But the tiger puts it like, you're the creator of this garden. You bring people hope. You make people, like, believe in something. Like, you give them something to believe in. And I thought that was really cool to, like, actually, like, put that together. Be like, he is a creator. Like, everything he touches, like, gets better. Unless he touches the freaking gun. And then he's just like, BOOM! Everything goes bad.
He was he was so adorable, like,
sweet.
Before he touched the gun. He was
Yeah.
just like, I watch Fast and Furious because I like the cars. He
The
was
cars! Hey!
And then he got
mean.
And it went downhill from there. And he couldn't see what's-his-face's ghost until he touched the gun.
Yeah, that's
being
true.
haunted.
He didn't see Uday's face until he touched the gun. Then he became haunted by Uday's ghost.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Just realized that.
I didn't think about that.
Mind blown.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the garden now that I previously mentioned. The garden, I think, can be referred to the Garden of Adam and Eve.
That's what I was thinking about.
If you actually think about it, like, because they have all these trees and plants and it's all green and beautiful. And the animals, so...
and he called it God's garden.
Exactly.
And he was just like, I don't even know where that came from, but I was just like, oh, it's God's garden. I feel like it just can't. I was just thinking about it, but
that's one reason why I thought what's his name? I don't know. Habib. That's why I thought Habib was kind of like a godly type figure in this situation, because he created the plants and the animals and the happiness and like life.
And the garden was our symbol.
The garden was the symbol of hope. And then when the animals went up in flames and were destroyed, that's when you know that's the point of, like, it's like one of the climaxing points where it climaxes and then you're like, all hope is lost.
Like, when I saw, like, them, like, burn, I was just like, oh.
I was like, those poor animals.
Like, it, like, actually hurt me for some reason. They had my, what's that word we had to write a paper about last week? Empathy?
Yes, you were empathetic.
Yeah, they had that.
I don't, like, I think it was the rising climax, because the actual climax was when they burned and then he shot him. Because that was the climaxing point. And then it was the slope down to the finale of the whole show. But, like, when they were burned and the tiger brought the young girl, like the half-faced girl or something into the garden, like, she could only see with one eye, so...
And still thought it was beautiful.
And still thought, even though it was burned, she could see the beauty for what it was.
So it's like, even when it seems like all hope is lost, it's not lost.
Exactly.
Because the plants were still pretty.
Yeah, even though they were, like, destroyed. destroyed and charred.
And the giraffe lost its head.
And the lion lost its mane. The camel, I think, stayed the same. It was just burned.
Yeah. I couldn't really see the lion. I was just like...
I was like... That's what we think about the garden. I guess. Like, I don't know. The garden, see, it's like it's a symbol for hope.
Muy importante.
It's character breakdown time. Okay, starting with the protagonist. Wait, we have to. Oh!
It's like a dance party.
Dance party. Okay, so protagonist.
We have decided
There's two.
because we can't pick one.
Well, I mean, we can, but either one is a protagonist.
Yeah. So we think it was Habib and the tiger.
Yes, because like basically the whole play, like whatever they did, it affected everything.
Yeah, and it like pushed the plot forward. Like without them, like I don't know, it really wouldn't have went anywhere.
It wouldn't. I mean, you'd have the soldiers, and that would have been a funny skit to watch. But like the tiger was basically questioning reality and like questioning what life is, and then Habib was there, like making things happen and putting like words on paper and just creating things and doing awesome things.
And it was like the tiger had a really big effect on Kev. Like
it drove him crazy for one.
yeah. And then I don't know. I think he like kind of changed in a way. Like he like started learning things and then like he ended up praying and I don't know. And then like when like the tiger like it did affect Tommy like but
A little bit.
they didn't really talk very much to each other. But he did talk to Habib a lot, and that I don't know. I guess that just like I don't think he kind of changed. Like when he was dying, he was just like, "Oh God, like I'm sorry." It was like once he gets shot, then he's like, "Oh God, I need you."
Oh, I'm sorry about everything I've said and
I'm
done.
like, dude,
too late now.
you
Too
learned
late.
at him.
You don't get forgiveness. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
So I don't know. Like I feel bad that he died, but he was kind of sucky. So who is the antagonist?
Antagonist, like, I feel like it was, it wasn't Tommy, exactly. I mean, I feel like it kind of a little bit was.
Yeah, kind of. But
he's a foil character. He doesn't change.
Yeah, because, like, he kind of pushed everybody. Like, he pushed Kev because he was all like, you're crazy, you're effed, they got you locked up because you're crazy.
You're on suicide watch.
I'm going to kill you if you don't give me my gun back. And then he was, like, tricking Habib and, like, taking advantage of him. And, yeah, he was, like, jacking up everything.
I think the main antagonist was, Uday.
Mm-hmm. He's really important. I think I'm going to stick with Tommy. I think, like you're right, too. But I don't
always right.
Because, like, theater's not black and white, so.
It's sepia.
I don't know. I think, and then, like, Tommy, he kind of got the tiger killed because he provoked him to bite his hand off.
Provoked him to a point, like, eat this food, but you can't eat this food.
Yeah, like, to bring out his, like, nature of killing people, and then.
When he was starving.
Yeah.
Like, how? You're messed up! Like, what do you think he's gonna do? Like, just be like, hi, we're okay. We're okay, bro. We're cool. Now I'm gonna eat your face! I'm gonna eat your face and your hand and whatever you stick in my cage.
And then, of course, like, Kev, like, had the reaction to shoot him because he just, like, bit his friend. Like,
right.
What do you do? So
I would do the same thing.
I would do it if someone tried to eat you.
Thank you. I would do it if someone tried it. I would too. No matter how cute it would be. But I would still shoot it for your life.
Mm-hmm. But,
friends.
Are there any other important characters?
I mean, I feel like all of the characters are important.
A breakdown thing. We talked about everybody.
I feel like those are the important characters.
I'm sorry.
Where'd it go? Oh, it's over there. Yeah, that's character breakdown so far.
Break it down.
Break it down. We got birds above our head. You wanna know why? Because we're crazy. Not really. We're not as crazy as Tommy. Or, not Tommy. Kev. But what we thought was really cool that made us, like, was the stage.
Watching the birds.
I know. I'm just like,
Feed the birds.
Tuppence a bag. Okay. Tuppence a bag.
I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. I'm sorry.
That just happened. Okay. So, what I thought was really cool was how the stage was a square. It was a cube stage, which means the audience can see like all of the actions.
Yeah, it was really cool that they put it in the black box. That's what I call it. I don't know if anybody else calls
I called it a black box, but I call it the cube.
Okay.
The cube.
I'm like, I don't know what's the proper term, but I was really excited that it was in there because I love that thing.
And what was really cool was how it was like a box, and then as the play started, like it looked like a cage, and then it was like whoosh,
yeah,
and it went above their heads.
I was just like, what?
And I was like, because I thought it was gonna hit me in the face, because we were sitting in the first row.
That was scary.
I was like, oh, don't hit me in the face, not the face.
The coolest moment, like stage, was the tiger face when it was around the tiger when he was standing there. I was just like, it does not get cooler than that.
It didn't get cooler than that, because that was the end. So it couldn't go anywhere.
Opportunity to make it cooler.
I really liked the technology they used to videos on the canvas of the cage that they made fly above our heads so you could see everything. And they put the scenery on that so there was no moving scenery.
Yeah, and it was like, I guess it shows like how theater is alive and is always evolving because, even though someone in our guild would disagree, but yeah.
Lollipop Guild.
Lollipop Guild.
We represent the Lollipop Guild. The Lollipop Guild. The Lollipop Guild. Okay, we had to do that too. Okay, so we're not going to spoil it for any of you, even though we probably already have. Sorry about that. But it was cool because the tiger said, like, an ending question, like, who is God? Like, what is he? And does he even exist? And then, like, that left the audience with the question, like, posing the question, like, that's a good question.
Like, why is the world so jacked up?
Yeah. And then the tiger face on the floor, and then close up the cage, and then he was like, I'm hungry. But that's just a funny thing that happened yet. So that doesn't matter. So
kind of like
void.
There's like a little bit of like, not necessarily like evil, but just like darkness in everybody, and we're all capable of, pretty much anything.
Yeah.
You get a gold gun.
I don't want to go
Garland.
I don't want to go gun. Oh my gosh, you know what I just thought of? Like that's, how in the garden there's the snake? The gold gun is the snake. Yeah.
It just got a whole lot deeper.
It just went to a whole nother level.
You get like tons of sports points for that.
I don't know. But that's, I was just thinking like, the garden is the garden of Adam and Eve. And the gun's the snake tempting people to shoot. And they give in to temptation and they lose all hope. And they get kicked out of the garden.
I think it's really weird that like Tommy never shot anybody.
No, he did. Tommy shot Hussein's son.
Oh right.
Right, yeah.
But like he didn't use the gold gun to shoot.
Yeah, he did.
What did he shoot with the gold gun?
Remember he found the gun and then shot him? Because he was
that?
like, I
Just
found
kidding.
the gun. Ugh, manly.
I just did not like that guy.
Tommy was a jerk. Oh, I just can't. I can't!
Maybe he should try being nice to people.
Maybe. And maybe we'll give him the tip.
Why was he so mean? Anyway.
What makes somebody that? I don't know. Alright, so that was the end of our...
I'm sorry.
While she dies over here. I hope she doesn't actually die. That'd be rather tragic.
I'm sick.
That was the end of our
play review
play review
of Bengal.
Oh, that didn't work.
Tiger.
Bengal tiger at the Baghdad Zoo.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts, questions, comments, concerns?
I liked their onomatopoeia. We talked about that in class today. In the beginning, the tiger was like when like. In the beginning, I really wasn't sure what was going on.
I was like, what is happening?
Is he a tiger? Is he a person? I was like, no. But yeah, and like
imagination.
and everybody
I need
was
to like
talking about
edit
the
a
same
rainbow.
time. We did rainbows. But like Kev and Tommy were like going back and forth, and he's like, let me see the gun. Oh my gosh, let me see the gun. And then the tiger was like, they're so stupid, and the war's going on, and kapow! And I was
BAM!
like, this is gonna be intense. I can feel it.
This is gonna be intense, and I'm not gonna understand any of it. But then at the end, I was like, this is deep.
And I understand. No, not really.
I kind of understand now that we talked about it, actually.
Yeah, it helped. Like,
Talking
before
about it
we
helped.
talked, I was just like,
I have no idea what we're gonna say.
like, what was that?
Look at her eyes. Like, creepy
What
eyes.
did I learn? But I learned a lot, actually.
I did. I did too.
I feel changed.
I feel like it was a deep, morally questioning thing.
I want to touch on how the thicky
Okay.
like
Let's do thicky.
why
Thicky.
Habib thought that was his dead sister.
Well, because she looked like her.
Oh,
I don't know why. That was really weird.
because if she was dead, I mean, I don't know. Like, of course, Americans would think like they all look the same, but I don't know. I thought that was sad. It's premature like that. I just wanted to tell you. I thought that was sad, and it hurt my heart.
Your heart.
And she was just like thicky, and he was like, no, I don't want to have sex with you. He was so aggressive.
I know. I was like, you need to calm down. If you want this chick to give you anything, you need to calm down.
I wonder if like before the war, if Tommy was like not like that, like maybe like being in Baghdad and being in a place with such little hope, that maybe that's what drove him to be so cruel and terrible, and like his desire for gold. Like, oh my gosh, because Kev was just like, you're upset because you lost your hand, and you're like, let me go be mean to Kev and get my gold gun back, and then I'll be fine. And he, like, those things were really controlling him, like, that, I don't know. And
I feel like
I don't know if that turned him into a jerk, if he was already a jerk. I wonder. That's my
things
posing
to
question.
wonder when you go see this.
Mm-hmm.
Was he a jerk? Was he really a jerk in the beginning?
Was he?
Anyway,
My eyes look bad.
that's a review of Bengal Tiger at the Baghdad Zoo.
This has been Jolinda Smith.
And Brenna had it reporting to you after we saw it. Boom. Hope you enjoyed it.